Cancun, Mexico, a place of beauty, culture, heritage, and host city of the Inter-American Division's 2018 ASI Convention, under the theme Sharing Christ in the Marketplace. Adventist Layman Services and Industries is an integral organization by the Seventh-day Adventist Church where members use their means of employment to be a witness and testimony of Jesus Christ.
The Adventist Layperson Services and Industries is abbreviated ASI. That is the bringing of business persons, professionals, artisans, and others together in an association with a mission. The mission, as our theme says, to share Christ in the marketplace. So these respective persons will share Christ in their respective marketplaces.
We are evangelism focused, and our motto in ASI is to use our businesses and professions as a marketplace. So while missionaries will go out to meet people, we're saying to our members, you don't have to go anywhere. Just the people who come to you each day. They are the ones that you can reach out to. Maybe the pastors and the church is not able to reach out to these folks, but they are coming to the business with you on a daily basis. That's your pulpit. You can use your business as a way of evangelizing the world. And so we just use these conventions to encourage our members, to share with them how others are doing it, to give them new ideas on how to use their businesses to spread the gospel, and to provide training for our members.
Business people have passion, they have resources, they have energy, they have ideas. And to use those things, those resources in support of God's work, it's an amazing opportunity. Every business person should be a part of ASI.
The most important part about business in ASI is to be spirit-filled and spirit-led. If we have the Spirit of God in us, we will do far greater work in our businesses than what we have done before.
In the Inter-American Division, the ASI Ministries celebrates 20 years of sharing Christ in the marketplace, and although this is a step in the right direction, there is much to be done to strengthen this ministry.
What I would love to see is that ASI's vision and mission is replicated in all the 21 or so unions of Inter-American Division. We want to continue to join with the mainstream church in evangelizing the Inter-American Division. We want to work with the various directors of the division in spreading the gospel of salvation so that men and women can be learned. We want to get more business and professionals involved in projects that will help humanity and that will help to develop God's cause in this part of the vineyard.
You know, the function of the convention is to bring together our members, to encourage them and to motivate them in continuing to live and serve by the ASI ideals, to get inspired and motivated about the mission of ASI.
The ASI convention is usually one where members are refreshed and encouraged to go out into their respective workplaces, energized to do the mission of God. The 2018 convention was no different, as those present were bursting with excitement over what was to take place over the course of the week.
And so at this convention held here in Cancun, Mexico, at the Crown Paradise Beach Resort, we're having a tremendous time with presenters from several places and these business and professional persons bringing their reports of their witnessing in their marketplaces.
Yeah, the convention is a wonderful time for us to re-energize ourselves, to motivate one another to go back to our various nook and crannies to do exploits for the Lord, and also to network. We want to know what business our colleagues are in so that we can support one another in their business.
This convention has been very inspiring so far. We have had some wonderful seminars and we have had a chance to interact.
To begin with, the seminars are so exciting and packed. We found ways to start businesses without 1 cent. And it's so easy if you apply what is taught.
This convention welcomed a myriad of presenters, including the president of the North American Division for ASI, Steve Dickman, as well as Zukisani Mixoli, who serves as a member of the General Conference Executive Committee, is an African philanthropist, and the opening speaker for the ceremony.
I was invited to this convention, and so I am delivering some plenary sessions, and I also did the opening keynote address, and really talking to the folk about our journey with God in the ministry as business, partnering with the church. And so that's been my role, and that's what I've been doing throughout, and I continue to talk about this, using our own examples, using and learning from our mistakes, sharing them with the folk on how they can continue to serve in their different roles. So my role is just to speak and speak and speak.
So I was invited to come to the Inter-American ASI convention because this is the 20th year anniversary of what's happening here in Inter-America. And so I've been speaking for several of the sessions, and my goal here is really to help ASI in the Inter-American Division to be all that it can be. I believe that God has an opportunity here for every single business and professional person to engage in supporting the work of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And that if we could get to that point where the majority of business and professional people are really in support of the mission of the church, it would completely change the outcome and the timing of getting the gospel to the entire world.
One of the biggest aims of ASI is in their joint ventures with different ministries in the church. Here at the Mexico Convention, it was no exception, as the Health Ministries Department gave a number of presentations on the importance of health and its purpose in the church.
It's really, really important that we continue to see the importance of the health message in the church. You know, a lot of persons who are actually self-employed and others who work as employees in different workplaces are getting really, really great responses as a result of sharing Christ in the workplace as it relates to health and wellness. One of the presenters this year was Dr. Carlos Fayad, who's one of the health directors for the General Conference, and his presentation was on mental health. You know, right now we're having a lot of issues with persons who are just becoming imbalanced in their mind. And you know, this is the only way that we communicate with God, through our frontal lobe. And it's important that we keep our minds as balanced as possible. And so he gave tips on how we can go about empowering persons on information that is vital to make persons who might be having mental imbalance feel more comfortable in opening up and talking to persons and reaching out for help.
Along with the health presentations, other business seminars and plenary sessions took place, where a diversity of topics were covered.
The session yesterday was blessed for a purpose, and there we were really focusing mainly on the professionals and the business people, anyone who has been given by God or blessed by God with any kind of resource. Now, resources may be money, but also resources may be time. Resources does not necessarily mean only financial, but anything that God has given you, any talent. We were saying you are blessed with this talent, not just for your own edification, not just for your own family, but while yes, you must take care of your family, but this must fulfill the gospel mission. Whatever you've been blessed with, use it in the business of God, and God will take care of your business.
And we have a covenant with God, and that covenant is that we should. He came into the business with 100%. We have 0%, yet still he partnered with us, and at the end, we end up getting 90%. What a contract to go in.
One of the key concepts here at ASI Convention is the business that you're in is not yours. Listen, the business that we are in is not ours. The businesses that we are in is our Heavenly Father's. and He expects us to be Spirit-filled every day when we go to work.
It is a great opportunity for professionals to understand that they not only run a business, operate a profession, but they also have a mission. Because when Christ calls us and we become Christians, we're not only business persons, that's our profession. We have the responsibility to witness for Christ, that's our mission. So Adventist Laypersons Services and Industries helps its members not only to embrace their professions, but also to embrace their calling in life.
At the convention, business owners, members, and organizations were allowed the opportunity to showcase their work and country at the various displays. This provided a platform for individuals to exchange business information as well as to create connections and make memories that will last for a lifetime.
Well, I'm here introducing the desk cycle at this convention. The desk cycle is a small exercise equipment like a bicycle that you can actually put under your desk and get your exercise in while you're working. Even while you're sitting watching TV or you're on the phone, whenever you're sitting down and your legs are free, you can be using the desk cycle to get your exercise. And so, you know, there's a problem in the world today, and it is called sitting. Sitting is actually worse than smoking. There's a term that says sitting is the new smoking, because the harmful effects on our bodies from just sitting down inactively contributes to so many diseases. So many things happen to our bodies when we sit. Our circulation goes down and things go wrong in our body. And so we're saying we want folks to, because you have to sit, some of us have to work behind desks, we have to sit at home. Because you have to sit, the best thing would be to get up and move around. That's the best thing for your health. But because you have to sit, use the desk cycle where you can be moving, you can be getting your circulation going, you can be getting your fitness level up, you can get your heart rate up. You can improve your fitness level by having a desk cycle to use. And desk cycle has been wildly popular. It's one of the most popular items on Amazon. It's been something that has been used by many folks to maintain their fitness and to lose weight and to just keep healthy, because exercise is so important to us. And so we have introduced the desk cycle here, and we have had good response. We have someone who is interested in taking it over to the Bahamas and being a distributor there, and so we're encouraging everyone to go out and support him, to get one of the units into your home, into your businesses. We're encouraging companies to buy them for their workers and get their productivity up. And if you want to buy directly online, go to deskcycle/ia.com and get a unit for yourself.
For one booth owner, this was an opportunity to share the testimony of many missionaries from around the world, as well as to recruit other volunteers who would be willing to be a part of the mission work.
White Hour Ministries has been supporting the church for over 80 years as an organization that focuses primarily on soul winning and evangelism. We organize short-term mission trips that go all around the world and in every division that the church has. What we do is bring a group of people that are committed and interested in doing soul winning through evangelistic meetings. So we will have evangelistic meetings. We will also organize children's VBS programs, and during the daytime we will do medical clinics and also construction on churches, church projects. So we are anxious to continue to partner with countries and conferences and unions in Inter-American Division. Over the last 10 years, we have had over 2,000 volunteers come to over 500 evangelistic series that we have held. And we find that working in Inter-American Division is such a blessing for us, as we are able to work closely and partner with conferences and to see souls that are brought to God's kingdom. So we look forward to talking to conferences and other organizations that may be interested in having a team come to their church or to their conference for a short-term 2-week period, and let God work through us together and see the souls that He brings to His kingdom.
For some of the attendees, this was their first time attending the convention and were truly blessed by what they experienced.
Being able to attend this year's ASI convention has me immensely excited because I am able to interact with business professionals, laypersons, all who are enthusiastic about sharing Christ in the marketplace. We are called to mingle and meet the needs of persons, not only to preach the sermon, but to be the sermon.
I'm learning how to incorporate witnessing in the workplace. Also, I'm being inspired to dream big, to develop these dreams, and to help others to do the same. For our contributions will not only impact the business world, but the world at large. It helps to further the gospel and to quicken the second coming of Christ.
ASI is inclusive of all who are willing to be used by God.
People ask, why be an ASI member and why is ASI even in existence? But for me, it is because the call is a personal call for me to engage in supporting the work of God. I run a ministry, not a business, but a ministry. Of course, we have to operate the ministry like a business or we'll be out of business. But with that ministry, to affiliate with other ministry, business, and professional people who are intentionally supporting the work of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and to have that kind of partnership arrangement with the church is invaluable. It gives me an opportunity to make sure that what I'm doing really is supporting the work of the Seventh-day Adventist Church and helping to accomplish mission. And so to accept that challenge and to understand that challenge, ASI is not necessarily a place to come and figure out just how to be a better business person, because there are lots of places you can go and learn how to do business. But we want to do business with a purpose, business involving ministry, business that is reaching others for Christ, not just doing business.
Now I'm a living testimony of this. I have spent all that I have in giving back to the ministry of God in different places, and that's what we were sharing about, inspiring the folk to do the same. Take care of God's business and God will take care of you. So your blessings must be a blessing. The key was whenever God blesses you financially, don't increase your level of living, but increase your level of giving.
I know some of you believe that the work that you're doing, whether it's not your business or that you own, or you're working behind the counter, let me tell you something. You should still treat that job as if God has inspired you to be there, so that every person you serve, everyone that you come in contact with, will know the God you serve has put you there to do that business.
Is people should use their resource to finish the work of the gospel that we can go on.
Give your all to God. God will give you His all, and you cannot outgive God.
Business owners, professionals, pastors, retirees, students, you and me. We are all ASI, and we will continue to share Christ in the marketplace until He comes.
It's a tremendous experience, and we would like to encourage every Seventh-day Adventist business person, professional, artisan, carpenter, mason, plumber, to be a part of this great venture that Christ has called you to witness for Christ in your marketplace. And we pray that as we engage in this mission, that Christ will be glorified, and many persons who do not know Christ in a certain way will come to know Him through our witnessing.
Business and professional people in the Inter-American Division, look for a way to use your business, your calling, your passion for God's service while you are doing business with the gifts that God has given you.
I feel like this practical missionary work will succeed and eventually come to total member involvement as long as we allow or continue to allow the Holy Spirit to pour into our lives.
We encourage folks in the Bahamas, whether you are in business or a profession, that even if you are not registered as an ASI member, you are ASI. If you are an Adventist and you're a professional or you're a business owner, then you are ASI. We just encourage you to get signed up so you can be officially an ASI member.
And I highly recommend anyone interested in business or in developing their own ideas to become a part of ASI. It's for you.